vacuum breaker is required on almost every sprinkler system. In fact, it's one of the few components of a sprinkler that doesn't get buried by the contractor underground. Oftentimes, the way a vacuum breaker looks can give you clues as to how well the rest of the system was put together. Think about it. If a contractor installs his most visible component poorly, there's a good chance the rest of the system is in bad shape too. Here's a real example of a vacuum breaker installed by a competitor in our area. Notice how it's been cobbled together at the top, using copper, galvanized, poly pipe, and PVC. This is not the right way to do this. In Michigan, an all-copper vacuum breaker is always preferred over PVC for durability reasons. I wouldn't want this thing installed at my house, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't either. In this example, the contractor bid the job so cheap that he had to cut corners just to do it. So instead of a 1-inch vacuum breaker, he installed a 3/4 inch, which saved the customer only about $10. But what it did was it severely restricted the water that the system desperately needs to run. If you ask me, this was not worth it. Here's an example where the contractor just didn't plan well. Installing this vacuum breaker just a few inches to the left would have made for a much more attractive installation, and also would have prevented having to use all the extra fittings and black pipe just to get it in the ground. Also, installing the wire in a conduit would have protected it from a weed whacker or any animals that might want to chew on it. This is just ugly. Finally, here's a vacuum breaker that's installed correctly. Notice it's made of all copper. It's straight. It has a drain on the bottom to easily winterize it in the fall, and the wiring is in a metal conduit to protect it. This is what a quality vacuum breaker installation looks like. If you live in Southeast Michigan and are thinking about having a sprinkler system installed, or maybe you just need repairs to your existing system, give American Lawn Sprinkler a call. They're the guys that do it right.